Pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. We can do a attendance and roll call, please.
Beck, here. Holden,
Here.
Lingenhan,
Here.
Maloney,
Here.
Opel.
Here. All accounted for. B, correspondence comments from the public on issues or matters which the Schaefer Board of Directors has oversight over. Seeing no hands up in the audience. Anybody on internet, web, social media? Standing at the window, back doors somewhere? No? All right, C, consent items. For approval of prior meeting minutes, July 13th, and approval of expenditures and receipts, July of 2026. It's your pleasure.
We do them separately.
Number 4, approval of prior meeting minutes, July 13th, 2026.
Move to approve.
Move to approve by Beck.
Second.
Second by Colden. Anything on the discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. 5, approval of expenditures and receipts, July of 2026. We get it on the floor? I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Second by Opal. Now on the discussion.
The questions I had, the NTC paramedic summer, that was for that summer program, or what was that? And it was like 14.
That's for our paramedic students that are in the paramedic program, I'm assuming. What page are you on?
I don't
17.
remember. I'm sorry, I just wrote it down.
17.
17.
Page 17. Yes, that would be for the paramedics that are in our current paramedic program. So
Okay.
it's their tuition.
Okay, and we do that until they're all done, and then the hope is that we would have a job for them to come back over. Is that how that works? Or there are people that are already hired?
There's a mix of part-time and full-time people in
Okay.
that class right now.
The other question I had, the Dirks Group, do we know how much we spent for the year for them?
I could ballpark it.
Okay, could you ballpark it? I think last month was 5,300 and this month was
Was it
6,700.
like 30?
It's 3,300.
So I mean, we probably, with the additions, we probably average about $4,000 a month.
Okay.
Some months are gonna be higher, some months are gonna be lower.
I will say we signed on with Dirk's Group beginning of the year or last year, and there was kind of a big fluctuation in what we were paying them. So we did a full audit of, because it's very service oriented, right? So if it depends, the cost to Dirk's Group is really dependent on Outlook and the licenses that we give the employees. So we looked at what we were paying them and we were like, ooh, that's more than we expected to be. So we did an audit and we found that the licenses were a little bit messed up. Like 3 months ago, we went through all the licenses and made sure we assigned the appropriate licenses to the appropriate people. So we got that number down to the 3,300 it is a month. So otherwise we were projected to be quite a bit over budget before we did that audit.
And then last month, Chief, I asked about that life insurance. Do you remember why it was over budget by chance?
I don't remember. I looked
Like
at
a
the,
rate thing, or-
you printed me the breakdown of that too, and now I don't remember. I got that sitting on my desk.
Okay.
I'll email the board about that.
Okay, and then there were a couple that were 100% or close to budget, like repairs for motor vehicles and other machinery, and
Yep.
do we have plans for those? It just kind of is what it is.
When stuff breaks down, I gotta fix it. There's not much I can do about it. We've had a lot of ambulance repairs this year, unfortunately. We've had there's one ambulance we probably spent close to $20,000 on this year.
Crazy, okay.
It's had head gaskets, it had a water pump, it had injectors. It's just been one thing after another.
Is it just that it's getting old or just
Yeah.
that much wear and tear on it?
It's one of the older ones.
It's one of
Out of our 5 ambulances right now, 3 of the 5 have over 100,000 miles on, so. And they do a ton of idling and they're not easy miles, obviously, so.
Sure, I can only imagine. And hail damage repair, I know we talked about that last month and it would go to insurance.
Yep.
Okay, so do we then write the check and the insurance gives us the money back? Is that
I think
how
we
that
did get
works?
some back already, didn't we?
We
you send out the invoices from OnQ.
Yep.
And then we receive the check prior to usually it going in. Because we have 2 vehicles that are waiting to go in. I've received both of those checks already per the quote that we received from OnQ.
And then those checks go back into where?
They get deposited into the,
Revenue account?
yes.
Okay, and then the last question I had was, I always have questions. The new hire evals, how many which new hires were that for?
We had 5 part-time employees, so that would have been medical and psychological for them.
Okay, and I know it's quite a bit for that stuff.
We did 6 psychological.
Oh, that's right,
evals
'cause
and
the
5
interfacility.
medical.
Yep.
We had 1 candidate that was
Unsuccessful.
unsuccessful.
Okay,
Good way of putting it.
good way of putting it, okay. All right, thank you.
Okay. Any more questions or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. These presentation, strategic planning survey results.
All right, so we did survey, so the surveys that we put out, and this is just a general overview, there's more specifics to the survey results that we'll use to drive the strategic plan. We surveyed the public, business owners, community partners. Community partners were broken down into education, law enforcement, and fire and EMS, and then political stakeholders and healthcare partners. So again, this is just kind of a general overview. Each section had specifics that have to do with their area specifically that aren't necessarily included in this overview. I tried to just look at the questions that were general across all 5 surveys. So this is the breakdown of the respondents that we got. We had 103 total respondents. The majority being in the residents, so homeowners and business owners. Cheryl. The first one, the first 3 questions we asked were about our mission, vision, and values. What we're trying to do is just kind of take a look at our mission, vision, and values and see if they meet the public expectation, or if that's something that we need to look at this strategic planning cycle. So our mission statement, Safer's mission is to serve our communities with experience, dedication, and integrity. We asked if people felt that we encompassed that. The survey results there, 60, it's actually 78% of respondents said that we're doing a good to excellent job of meeting that mission statement. So, sorry, I wasn't looking at you, go back one. Yep. Vision statement, SAFER will lead the way in public safety, community involvement, technology, and fiscal responsibility. Again, overwhelming positive for good to excellent, meeting that standard. Go ahead to the next one. Our values, so pride, professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication, excellent. Again, same results, and this is across all the different respondents. We put them all together. We can break that down, for the strategic plan itself. Go ahead. Professionalism across all the respondents, and that's just the professionalism of our responders. And we had 47 respondents to this question, and their interaction with our staff. Again, overwhelming, we're professional out of the 47. That mirrored the interaction satisfaction, between being very satisfied to, looks like you're missing some on there. But again, this interaction satisfaction is from people who we respond to their homes, to business owners and fire inspections, to our mutual aid partners and healthcare providers. Prioritization, so these are some of the programs that we offer. So EMS, fire suppression, rescue being the top three, and we had people rate what it was a priority to them, 1 through 8. So 8 in this case would be the best, so the highest priority for people are EMS, and then fire suppression and rescue, and that kind of mirrors the training that we do and the things that we do at the firehouse.
So that was what, 0 through 8? You could pick 1 through
Yeah,
8? or
yeah,
something?
1 through 8. So,
You put them in order of
Yeah.
your priority, highest to
okay.
lowest.
yeah,
now I
so
got it.
they're,
Yeah.
out of the 75
Yep,
people who
yep.
responded, these were,
This is how they rank.
this was the
Yeah.
average ranking across the 75.
Got it.
So the highest priority was EMS, the next highest priority was fire suppression and rescue. Community risk reduction is broken down to like going out to the schools and doing fire inspections. Fire and life safety education, that goes into like, we do some small CPR trainings, and we do
Fire extinguisher.
fire extinguisher trainings a little bit, and we do some other little things. Disaster preparedness, which we do a little bit of planning there. Fire investigation, which is a program that we've tried to increase and make better, especially for our business partners. And we are mandated by the state to do fire investigations. And then community involvement and communication. These are programs that we don't provide, things that have been on our radar. Again, this was a 1 through 7 rating, I think. The highest for the respondents was community care paramedic program. City of Wausau does that right now. There's some legislation changes that provide a funding mechanism for that. It's a program that we've been working on for the last 5, 6, 7 years. We actually did a pilot program, how long ago?
Oh, it's been quite a while ago.
10 years ago. We were part of the state pilot program.
What is that?
So it's like at-home nursing, kind of.
Okay.
So originally, it was made to zero in on the people that are going to the ER constantly, and it went along with the Obamacare, where there were penalties to ERs for people coming back and coming back and coming back. So community paramedic was, we would go out, we'd look at their medications, we'd do an evaluation. We'd come back several times. We'd take vital signs, make sure that they're following their care plan that the ER gave, and try to lower that risk for reentry into the hospital. When we piloted it, it was specifically for cardiac, CHF. City of Wausau, it's been expanded a little bit.
Yeah.
And actually, they're getting funding from a grant in the hospital or something to pay for one person.
The city's paying for it now.
The city's paying for it now. So they have one person that works a 40-hour week. And I'm not exactly sure how the program goes for the city right now, or who is being zeroed in by the hospital on who they're seeing or not seeing. The city of Wisconsin Rapids has a fairly robust program that they work with their hospital on some outpatient. They've actually, through the course of time as they've offered this, they've actually identified people where they've gone on a community paramedic visit and identified that that person needed an ambulance and called an ambulance and had the person transported through that visit. The funding is still kind of up in the air. That's probably the biggest thing with it. When we were doing it, what were we getting, like 50 bucks? And the hospital was paying us at the time per visit, with visits averaging probably 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
And the hope is that you'd identify these people and it would decrease the amount of runs that you guys would have to be spending your time and money to go out.
yeah, it's the frequent flyers. It's not I had chest pain, I went in, I had bypass and I went home. It's I'm a diabetic and I'm calling every 2 weeks to go in, or the CHF patient that is non-compliant and is going in constantly for the same type of thing, identifying that and trying to get that person better so they're not in the ER all the time. So that's what a community care paramedic program looks like. It's on our radar. It was in our last strategic plan. It'll probably be in this strategic plan. It's something that we've identified as a program we'd like to look into and try to expand into if possible. Public AEDs being the next biggest, kind of on that front, there is a project going on right now. The chief and the EMS chief are working to get one placed down at Kennedy Park. They'll hopefully get placed.
Who's donating that again?
Sanford Health.
Sanford Health? Oh, neat.
So that's a good program. City of Wausau has 3 of them throughout the community, I think. Fire Department Auxiliary, that was identified as kind of like a police auxiliary where we'd have retired members that would, I don't know, help with traffic control, or I'm not
Rehab.
exactly sure, rehab. I'm not sure that's a program we can look into. Again, the survey is to identify opportunities for potential strategic plan. Safe Haven Baby Box, that's a very expensive endeavor where it's a controlled incubator basically that, like right now, there's a state law, if you're not aware, that anybody within the first,
I don't know how many
it's like within the
hours.
first week of having a baby, you can drop that baby off at a police station, fire station, hospital, like no questions asked, here, take my baby, walk away. So these boxes are being provided at fire stations. There was just a success story at where? Rapids? Point, down south?
I think in the southern part of the state.
I thought it was like below.
So someone came and opened up the box, put a baby in the box, walked away, bell goes off in the fire station, guys come down, there's a baby in a box, they take care of said baby. So, again, that would be like a grant funding thing that we would look for to get something like that at the stations. Firefighter Explorer program, we had one.
Can you back up on that?
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a grace period of a week or so that you can just go anywhere?
Yeah, it's like,
Why-
it's state law.
So a state law? So no questions asked, what would be wrong? Why is it wrong at 30 days?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that's what the politicians in Madison decided. I don't know the particulars of why they put, I mean, I suppose so you can't bring your 12-year-old and drop them off because you're pissed off that they got into your
Fit in the box.
money wallet or something, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine with anything like that, there has to be some limit on it, or it would be taken advantage of for nefarious reasons.
How much is the cost of one of those boxes?
It's tens of thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
that's what I
Because it's an incubator.
Yep.
It has to be climate controlled,
Yep.
oxygen going into it, et cetera, et cetera, et
That
cetera.
doesn't surprise
Because
me.
in the middle of winter, they need to be able to open it, put the baby in there. And then if we're out on a run, I'm not exactly sure how long the baby can be in there. But
Is it connected to a building?
It's 30 days in Wisconsin.
Oh, 30, it must be connected to a building.
yeah, it would be, it's like
It's
a,
not just sitting
One of us has
somewhere.
gotta go.
you want to go or you want me to
Go
go?
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I can finish this.
Okay.
Just wait 1 second if
All
you
right.
would. Can you get it up on your phone?
I'm just thinking of the safety of the child, that's all. I guess I never thought of, dropping off a sassy 12-year-old. But I mean, you don't drop them off and then go back and get them a week later. I mean, you drop them off, it's over.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
You still have to give up your parental rights and everything.
Right, yeah. Okay.
No question.
Okay.
The other things on there, firefighter explorer program, and then our open house events and car seat checks. Car seat checks was something we were doing, share, and we had one other member that were trained. You wouldn't think it would be that much training and that much recertification, but it's a
It
ton.
is a lot.
So we no longer do that.
Okay.
The next item was response time expectations. So as you can see, most people expect an ambulance or a fire truck in 3 to 5 minutes, with the rest in 5 to 10 minutes, and then it drops off quite a bit after that 10-minute mark. There was one person that said response times weren't important, so. Community staffing expectation. So I believe, Cher, jump in if I'm wrong on this. In this question, there was the explanation of NFPA standards and those types of things. So 18 people there said to meet minimum standards, 14 said to exceed, which really surprised me. 13 people said I'm satisfied even though it's under minimum standards, and 2 people said we should continue to work below minimum standards. So a little bit of a smattering there, I would say.
Out of how many?
Let's see, we had 20,
It's the 18, 14, 13, 2. Okay,
Yep.
all right. All right, thank you.
roughly 50.
Mhm.
So then you get some public comments there. I'm not going to read all of those. A couple of them are fairly long, but you guys can, if you haven't already, can certainly review those. One of them is very long. It took up a whole page.
I'll tell you that presentation you did, you and Eric did at the town of Weston, when, jeez, I'm sorry. I was just really, I did not realize that we're the only rural department, that has rural and city. And the water is a factor. I just did not realize that. I thought for sure Rothschild did. And
Yeah.
then, that
Rothschild
was-
had a tanker, but it actually blew up like
Yeah.
10 years ago and they
Yeah.
just didn't replace it.
But they don't need it, neither does Wausau, yeah, because they're all completely hydrant, yeah, okay.
I'd agree. I thought that was super
You guys did a
informational.
fabulous job.
agreed.
So that's everything in regards to that, unless anybody has questions. Like Eric said, there was a lot more to it that will go into the actual strategic plan, but kind of picked out the highlights. And obviously, when the strategic plan is completely done, we'll bring that to this board also.
Chief, how long was the survey open?
3 weeks? Yeah,
And we put it on like Facebook or website, or where did we?
it was on, Facebook was the main thing, yes.
Okay. And of the respondents, we had 103 respondents. Were you happy with that? Were you hoping we would get more?
I was-
What you expected?
I was hoping for more, obviously, but there's just, unfortunately, not many people take the time to complete those things.
Okay. Good. Any more questions? Any more discussion? All good? Okay. E, business items, consideration of a motion to adjourn into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Stat 19.85, Parent 1, Parent E, for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business, whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, to wit, union bargaining.
So moved.
Moved by Opal,
Second.
second by Langahan. Roll call vote?
Beck,
Yes. I.
Golden,
Aye.
Langenhan,
Yes.
Maloney,
Yes.
Opal.
Aye.
We are now in closed session.
Okay, is the web thing off, Sheriff?
Give me